Everybody, Norm over here, and I've got one of the greatest guitar players ever come into this store. I mean, don't be modest. Now, this is Jonathan Stout, and he plays this 30s, 40s jazz, ragtime, whatever you would want to call it, stuff about as authentic as I've ever heard it. And you have a new record that you have coming out.
Yeah, well, I'm recording a solo guitar record like in a week. So it's going to be this kind of material that you're going to hear on guitars like this.
Cool. This is Epiphone Emperor right there, which is the man-sized body.
This is the 1937 full-size Emperor, one of the first 18-inch arch tops, and this is a stunning example. Just what you usually find here at Norman's Rare Guitars.
Thank you very much. We're mutually, we love each other. So, Jonathan, what's the name of the tune you're going to do? And this is your tune, right?
Yeah, this is an original I came up with sort of in that 1930s plectrum guitar style, and this is called Pickin' for Charlie.
Beautiful. I mean, this is like superb. That's a dying art form, and this guy's keeping it alive, and he plays it as well as anything. And the Pickin' for Charlie is the name of the tune, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I presume that's Charlie Christian?
Well, it's named for my son, who is named after Charlie Christian.
All right, well, good. All right, because, I mean, I just want to make sure it wasn't Charlie McCarthy or Charlie Manson or anything like that, you know, so...
yeah, right after I wrote Helter Skelter, I decided to write that. So.
There you go. Well, whatever it is, it's Pickin' for Charlie, and that thing is something special.
Thank you so
it's
much.
a great song, and, you know, all you guys out there, you're going to have to be looking for Jonathan Stout. And what? How can they find your music?
All my music is at jonathanstout.com, also campus5.com. That's the name of our main band. And I've got a blog all about swing guitar playing on that website, so you can check out lessons, resources, video clips, gear recommendations, because getting an acoustic archtop amplified, maintaining it being acoustic is a very specific thing, and since there's so few people that do it, you know, it's a specific challenge, so I have a lot of resources on that.
You want it to sound like an acoustic guitar and not like an electric instrument if you're doing that style of music.
Exactly.
Of course, the other stuff's good too, and I've heard this guy play rock and all kinds of other stuff, and he can play everything. But you kind of evolved to this from what? What did you start out?
I love that we talk about this. Yeah, I mean, the first concert I ever went to see was Metallica, so like I'm just grateful. If I had started a couple years later, I think I might have been cool with just a couple power chords and called it a day. But hearing Kirk Hammett was like, oh, I should probably learn to solo and stuff, and so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, it's hard to pretend that everything after 1945 didn't happen musically, and I kind of try to, but it's funny because I listen to, like, the stuff I listen to now is often a lot of dance music, and the things that make a 1930s dance band work and make people move, kind of the same thing that make disco bands make people move and make electronic music move. And the cool thing about the stuff we play, the swing music usually for dancers, is it's organic music, but it's got that like that feeling, and so all of the great classic rock, all of the great R&B stuff throughout time, it's always had this movement to it, and it's cool to be able to get to play jazz in that style and get people moving.
And before guitars were electrified, the guys were using these F-hole guitars because they project to the back of the room. So, these are the kind of things where, they were holding down the rhythm, and they were playing with bands that were 20 pieces with horns and all kinds of stuff. So you needed something that was going to cut through. So
and
that's what these guitars
the
are for.
magic of the giant supersized Emperor is that it just puts sound all the way to the back. And I like them better than Super 400s, but don't tell anybody.
All right, we'll keep that a secret. You guys didn't hear that here at Norm's. Jonathan Stout, thank you, buddy.
Thanks so much.
As always, we always put him to work when he comes in, and it's a treat. And I hope you guys can appreciate how really good he is.
Cheers, guys.